hustle hard on the job. You can see that on my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cut. 180. 52 right here. 52. Hey, alert, alert. Where we go?
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time. That'll bring up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Rosen to throw again. It's caught right side by Daniels. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the...
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 43-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete.
It's a gain of 16. Brings up second down at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Rosen throwing the out route and complete. It's Daniels. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold.
And now he's taken down, and Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen, and Daniels has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Rosen to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, 1st quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
390. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Alpha! Let's make these babies ready.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. To throw, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Returnable for Grant. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rosen. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a second. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They come out here in the eye. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Right here. He's checking.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Shot! Hey, Brown 80!
52's to mine.
Come to my work!
Now Rivers. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday. 5th grade, Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Monday.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And that is incomplete here.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rivers.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. Toward the pylon, caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 1 man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Rivers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal at the 3-yard line.
1 receiver left, that's Allen. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Hey, today, 180. 57. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put hug. Let's go.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And throw right side complete to Parker. Devontae Parker, 20, 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Didn't knock it free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
No, check that. We got Mike 52, right? Orange spot 4. Exit. Mike 52.
Now Rivers on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Alert.
Now it's Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Hey, go orange. 55, Mike 55. Bound to lose one. Smooth. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Keep it skinny. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw again, Rivers. Henry's got it, out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. Now Gordon on 1st down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Two tights. We got three. Hey, quarter.
Rosen will throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. He was looking for Daniels that time. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw is Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. Back now in Miami, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st down, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Rivers. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to get a score back. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Alert flare,
They run with Pumphrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
At their own 9-yard line.
Deck, 380, 180. I'm coming for you. You mine.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Rosen on the keeper.